Hello, how are you doing today? It's your boy, Johnny Table, trying to start out a video without sounding so basic. It didn't really go anywhere worthwhile. So anyway, after finally reading Deadman Wonderland in its entirety, I'm so actually disappointed that I didn't read them all 7 years ago. This series slaps and I knew it would. I know I'm hype right now. I swear the next video will be about something I didn't like. So, Deadman Wonderland. You may know it, you may not. Here's a summary from the internet, link in description. Framed for the massacre of his entire class, meek high school student Ganta finds himself placed on death row among an array of peculiar inmates known as Deadmen. As Ganta struggles to understand how events could have taken such a drastic turn, his blood boils as he is forced to fight for his life. Literally. I guess that sums it up, but there's so much more. So anyway, it's a great 12-episode series. I'm going to talk about the manga today, but you may have been introduced to it with that short anime series. And then it was canceled on you. Kind of what I was hinting at with the intro there. That's what everyone, if they say they're disappointed, that's usually what they're talking about. For me, I'm just mad I didn't binge it sooner. Although, because of that, this was another series that helped me get through the now 2-year pandemic. This one was in 2020, so it's honestly time for a reread, but I'll be finishing other series first. So anyway, very bingeable. Although I should stop calling these series short because, so this one's 13 volumes, and that's a lot of content. And it's solid throughout. So, shorter, I should say. But it doesn't always feel that way. Its anxiety is gripping. You're extremely invested in the survival of the characters. And with all the things that have been terrifying us sci-fi and dystopia fans since we were young being included in this series, such as the on-site prison traps that will kill you, the other dead men that will kill you, and robots that will literally kill you, it's an intense ride. I'd compare it to watching Ozark, so just make sure you're in a good place when you choose this story for leisure. Okay, so, the prison that Ganta, the main character, is sent to is called Deadman Wonderland, so we have title. Pretty quickly after he arrives, he finds out he needs to enter a race. Seems better than most people's idea of what prison will be like. Only this race will have one survivor because it's filled with deadly booby traps. It's got an audience that doesn't take the gore seriously, thinks it's spectacular, so we have Hunger Games vibes now. So as he's going through a cross between the show Wipeout and a Scooby-Doo haunted house from hell, he gets to know a girl who's your typical anime quirky but innocent type named Shiro. She's got some moves that help her through the race, and she also has powers we don't immediately understand. We learn all of this as our protagonist is fighting for his life. This kind of thing happens often. So people start dying, he recognizes the smell of death from his classroom from earlier, so boom, we have callbacks. No, but for real, what a sick way of getting our anxiety going for this guy. That's how he realizes the other inmates are dying for real. It's gross, but good writing. Won't tell you the outcome, but that's the beginning of this freak show. It goes deeper. Won't reveal too much after this, but within Deadman Wonderland, there's a more secret kind of show where the ones called dead men are pitted against one another. The loser of each of these battles losing a body part at random. Oh, and they fight with their blood. Like, take waterbending from Avatar, but they use their blood. And each person has their own unique attack style. So now we have X-Men. No, but it gave me that type of excitement as I was reading to find out each character's new powers. Each character bringing their own cool style to the story. I know this is also common for battle manga, but whatever. I'm a loser, and it reminded me of X-Men. Or video games, where you try out each character and have fun just vibing your way through the world with each new style. All that I guess I'm saying here is that the character design is good, battle-wise. I'll leave it at that. So this, the fighting with blood, I guess you'd call it the magic system, but let me know if that's wrong. Either way, I liked it, and the action, pretty easy to follow. Now, I read the first 3 volumes for the first time back in 2015. When I binged them during the lockdown, I had to reread those because 1, it was quite a while ago, and 2, it's such a well-written, suspenseful, well-paced story that you just fly through it and will enjoy reading again and again. You won't catch everything the first time. So overall, I'd say there's no time to get bored with this series. The world unfolds and so does your sanity. If that makes any sense. It's ridiculously hard to put down. While reading, I had to wait for, I think, volumes 8 through 13 in the mail. It was awful. In the mail, who am I? How old am I? Okay, sorry. I had to wait for volumes 8 through 13 to be delivered. Anyway, it was hard to focus on anything else in that time. The characters are wonderful for such a dark story. Their stories are told well, and some may destroy you. The action is always fun, inventive, and fairly easy to follow. Even when it's not, it's probably because you're really there in that scene for the story anyway. One other downside is some of the tangents the series go on are not resolved, but I'm kind of getting used to that with manga, to be honest. They just weren't worth exploring, I would assume, but from the moment Deadman Wonderland comes out the gate, it's got you. With reveals, some obvious, some crazy, epic fights, laughs, and a surprising amount of emotion, it's definitely worth picking up in 2022. Just be sure to marathon these books if you can. Like, if you find the first one to be entertaining at all, and you choose to continue, get ready. Alright, so to wrap things up, happy February 22nd of 2022. Got anything planned? I'm gonna assume most people don't, but I think the date's neat, and I usually mention that on a video if one of these is coming up. This one's great because it's all twos, and it's a Tuesday, so what I'm doing is I'll have my brothers over. We're going to be playing Mario Kart for some cash prizes, which are $2 bills, because I'm a boomer, and I think that's fun. To keep with the theme of twos. At least I'm recording this the night before the almighty Tuesday. It may go up after. If it does, I hope yours was great. And that about sums it up. Keep it casual and enjoy life.